Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm really excited to be bringing you my team building analysis for week 4 of season 2 of the Pokemon Premier League. Yes indeed. Now, there's been a 1 week break with a lot of us going to EGX, so we've had a little bit of a sort of early season rest, and now we are right back into it, and my opponent for this week going to be one of those people who I was at EGX with, and that is in fact Alex, aka Onesie Banette of the Celta Deino, or Celta Deino, or however you want to say that. Either way, this man is a very good friend. Funny story, it's actually because of him that we can have this battle, because whilst I was at EGX, long tale short, bottle of Lucozade exploded in my bag, and now my DS is broken. It doesn't work anymore. Now, I actually initially got an offer from Richie 15,000. Shout out to him. He said, look, take my 3DS until you can get a new one. I was like, no, I can't do that. It's your only one. But Alex had a spare, and he was like, you know what? It's just going to be gathering dust in my cupboard if I don't give it to you. Take it and use it. So Alex, thank you so much. You don't know how much that meant to me for you to give me your spare. Just absolutely fantastic. I'm incredibly indebted to Alex for doing that, and it's allowed us to have this battle, which we're going to have, which is fantastic. Good times. But this is where the friendship has to take a little break, because he is my opponent, and he's a tough opponent. Last season we had one of the best battles of the season. First game, it was a close 1-0, very close. And now we're going to have another one, and it's going to be close as well. I'm sure of it. It's going to be a very good battle. What I'm going to do now is run down the team of Mons that Alex can choose from. So, he has on his roster Mega-Altaria, Nidoking, Skarmory, Seismitoad, Magmortar, Uxie, Bastiodon, Staraptor, Ditto, Vileplume, and Hariyama. This is a terrifying team of Mons. He's got a lot of Mons that have proven themselves in the format. The likes of Mega-Altaria, Nidoking, and Hariyama have proven themselves time and time again in this format. They are very good at what they do. Nidoking is a premier special wall breaker. Mega-Altaria is one of those Mons that can just do anything. Staraptor is terrifying. I don't have switch-ins to Staraptor. I just don't. There are no switch-ins to like a banded Staraptor. There aren't any. So that's terrifying. Magmortar is a scary thing in and of itself. Seismitoad, shout out to Shardy getting wrecked by Seismitoad, is always fun. Skarmory, a premier hazard setter. Uxie, I love Uxie. I used it last season. I like to think I used it pretty well last season. Very bulky. Bastiodon I'm scared of, but for reasons I'll go into. And then you've got Ditto, who is just gimmick central. Like, anything you can do to improve your Mons with setup, Ditto will steal and outspeed you with a Scarf. So it's a very scary thing to try and deal with. And Vileplume, I like Vileplume. It's a good Mon, very defensive, can go offensive if needs be, nice move pool, it's tricksy, it does nasty things. So I'm scared of the team. There's a lot of things he can bring that I don't necessarily have answers for. So I've had to get a little gimmicky with some things. So without further ado, let's get into the team that I've decided to bring against the Celta Deino and Onesie. So, first up, as usual, we have our captain Victini. Lil Dunn is back once again. We've gone offensive. We've gone with a muscle band set today, with V-Crate, Zen Headbutt, U-Turn, and Energy Ball. Max attack, 4 special attack, max speed with a naive nature. You know, I just want to go max speed on Victini. It's one of those base hundreds, along the lines of Staraptor. And if he doesn't bring Choice Scarf Staraptor, then it will just be nice to have the speed tie. Because if he doesn't bring Scarfed Staraptor, I want to try and be able to outspeed it. If he brings Scarfed, I can live a hit from it. If he brings Banded, I can't, but I can try and outspeed and just try and rely on a speed tie. V-Crate is just Victini's clickbait. Zen Headbutt hits things like the Hariyama. We've seen Hariyama brought physically defensively by Onesie before to take on the likes of Darmanitan. Victini, no real different. I can see him bringing a Fizz Def one to try and tank V-Crates from the Victini. Initially, I did have Will-O-Wisp on this set to try and deal with the Bastiodon. The Bastiodon is more of a problem than it would seem, because Sturdy is just a nice thing. I don't have fighting type attacks on this team. Tell you another thing, I don't have water type attacks either. So taking it down is actually going to be quite difficult. More difficult than I would hope for a Bastiodon. And the fact that it can tank any hit because of Sturdy and then go for Metal Burst could be a huge problem, something I don't want to deal with. But I decided to prioritise Energy Ball to try and hit the Seismitoad on the switch if he wants to bring that. And I'll go on to what status I've put on this team in a little bit. U-turn of course there, just for nice initiative gaining. Victini I'm hoping can finally put in some work this week. It's been underperforming a little bit. I want it to do better, and it will one day. Hopefully, it'll be this time. So, that's enough on Victini. Let's move on to the second member of the team, which is going to be Thundurus. Thundurus Incarnate Bohemian has returned. Now, this is a very interesting set. Very tempted to bring a Scarf set to guarantee outspeeding any potential Scarf Staraptors. I haven't done that. I've actually gone with a Focus Sash. We have got Prankster as the ability because of the moveset I'm running. Neither of Thundurus' abilities are actually going to be any good. We have got Volt Switch, Sludge Wave, Grass Knot and Psychic. 4 in HP, 76 defense, max special attack, 4 special defense, just for the leftovers, and 172 into speed. We are rocking out with a timid nature there. Now, the speed investment on Thundurus will allow it to outspeed non-scarfed Staraptor by 1 point. I'm thinking he might be looking to bring Banded this week. If he does, absolutely fine, I can outspeed it. If indeed he is bringing Scarf and he outspeeds me, I will be able to live with the Sash, take it out with the Volt Switch if that matchup happens and my Focus Sash is still intact. Sludge Wave is nice to be hitting the likes of Mega-Altaria, which again I don't have a lot for because Mega-Altaria is dangerous to deal with. It'll also hit the likes of Vileplume neutrally and a lot of other things. Grass Knot, nice for the Seismitoad switch if he wants to bring that in. If he's got like Staraptor in and he doesn't want to take the risk and he's going to go into his Seismitoad, I can try and bop it with the Grass Knot. And that's kind of what I'm running with, bluffing the Scarf on Thundurus. This is going to be my lead whatever happens, I think. And I think he'll want to leave the Staraptor, he has done in the past, so that's a matchup that I'd like to see happen. Psychic is there as the last move to hit things like the Nidoking very hard. It'll hit the Hariyama, the Vileplume, and a lot of other things neutrally as well. Not a lot on the Thundurus to deal with Bastiodon, but in an ideal world I won't be staying in it anyway. Excuse me. Still got a little tickle in the throat, so let me just take a little sip of tea. Ah, delicious. So, third member of the team is going to be Mega-Audino. Shardino is here once again. We've gone with a sort of utility defensive set. And this was the one I had the most trouble thinking of the set for, because I wanted to bring about 3. Mega-Audino has really great coverage and can hit Onesie's team very effectively indeed with any of those 4 moves. But unfortunately I can't run all of them, and I needed some kind of defensive thing to try and take on the Staraptor. Nice and edit, I had a coughing fit. I'm still quite ill after EGX, as you might be able to hear from my voice, so I'll have cut that out. That was a bit of a coughing fit. Back to Mega-Audino. As I was saying, I needed some kind of defensive investment to be able to take on Staraptor and try and take at least a hit from it if it is scuffed. So what we've got is max HP, 164 defense, 92 special defense with that bold nature, Dazzling Gleam, Ice Beam, Toxic and Wish. I need Wish support. My other defensive mons on this team do not have reliable recovery of their own. So we have gone with a Wish set here with max HP to try and support them. Toxic is the move of choice here, status wise. Now, this is nice to be able to have for the Mega-Altaria. As I was saying initially, I had Will-O-Wisp on Victini for the Bastiodon, and instead of Toxic on Mega-Audino, I had Grass Knot for the potential Seismitoad. Now, I realised I had other ways of dealing with Seismitoad, and I thought I don't want to be taking massive damage on Victini going for a Will-O-Wisp anyway, and I wanted something to be able to Toxic the Mega-Altaria. I figured that was going to be more of a threat in the long run. So, I went with Energy Ball on Victini over Will-O-Wisp, and I put Toxic on Mega-Audino over the Grass Knot. Dazzling Gleam is on there as stab, very nice indeed to have that. Ice Beam hits a lot of other things neutrally or super effectively. It'll hit the Mega-Altaria, but realistically, I'll be going for Dazzle anyway. Nidoking gets hit by it, Seismitoad is neutral, Skarmory is neutral. Magmortar, a bit of a problem, but I'll be using other things to deal with that. Ice Beam will hit things like the Vileplume, the Staraptor, yeah, and many other things. So, that's the thinking behind Mega-Audino. Just nice to have some utility bulk there on the team. Right, fourth member of the team is going to be Scyther. Lil Sis is here. We have gone with a choice Scarfed Technician Scyther. U-turn, knockoff, Air Ace, Tailwind, max attack, max speed, jolly. Very standard stuff indeed. You know, I've just gone with it as it is. U-turn, I'm running over Bug Bite for the first time because I want to get some kind of Volt Switch U-turn thing going with this team. It would be nice to get chip damage to try and then make way for a sweeper late game. Knockoff, nice to have that on the team. It's my only knockoff user that I'm bringing. Or rather, the only mod I'm bringing with knockoff. I have a few others, but Scyther's the one of choice. Aerial Ace, nice stab, hits a lot of things very hard. Scarf Tailwind is interesting. You know, just in case it comes down to it and I need to set up a Tailwind for something else, if he's got like a Scarf Raptor, Scarf Nidoking, like a setup Mega-Altaria that I'm having trouble with, maybe his Ditto has come in and it's Scarfed as well, I can set up the Tailwind, then I can go down with Scyther, bring in something else to try and get some more damage off on other things. Or force something out. That's the thinking behind Scyther there, looking for it to do some nice work. Right, another cut there because my throat is really hurting. Fifth member of the team, going to be Sandslash. I brought in Sandslash here with leftovers, fully physically defensive, impish nature, Earthquake, Super Fang, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock. This initially was not on the team. Initially I had Tyrantrum with the Choice Band because it hits everything really hard. Then I was like, nah, I need some defense and I need some hazards. So I thought, let's go defensive Tyrantrum, why not? Dragon Tail, Stealth Rock, job's good. Then I looked at the rest of my team and I saw Scyther, Thundurus, and Victini, and I was like, hang on, I have no hazard removal of my own, and he has a Skarmory and an Uxie, two of the very big Stealth Rock setters in the game. I need hazard removal. Out with Tyrantrum, in with Sandslash. And Sandslash can do a decent job of taking physical hits. If we've got like a Scarf Staraptor, I've been saying that a lot, I'm really expecting it, because it's a massive threat. I can tank a couple of hits from it, and that's absolutely fine. Earthquake, nice to be able to hit stuff like Bastiodon, which I don't have a huge amount for. Super Fang, one of my favourite moves going. Really important for stuff like the Skarmory, the Mega-Altaria, again, the Bastiodon, the Uxie, Vileplume, Hariyama, all of these names, all of this bulk that Super Fang will just be really nice for, just to wear them down and try and do more damage to something else when they're at half. And then we have Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin, very standard, you know, get the hazards up, keep them off my side, that's what Sandslash is there to do. So, that was all very self-explanatory. Let's move on to the sixth member of the team, and this is the gimmick that I'm bringing that I'm really proud of. Here we have Mismagius. Sorting Hat has returned. Interesting set, I think. We are rocking out with an Assault Vest Mismagius, with max HP, 140 in special defense, and 116 in speed, timid nature, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Icy Wind, Thunderbolt. Really interesting set. It's easy to forget that Mismagius has base 105 special defense, which is one of the highest on my team. I'm worried about special Mega-Altaria. I'm really worried about Life Orb, Modest, Sheer Force, Nidoking. That thing can tear holes in my defensive core. Mega-Audino does not want to take a stab hit. Umbreon does not want to take a Focus Blast. Much of my team does not want to take a hit from special Nidoking. Mismagius does. Mismagius can take any 2 hits from Modest, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Nidoking. Just drink that in. Except for Shadow Ball, but looking at the makeup of my team, I would not see him bringing Shadow Ball on Nidoking. I see him bringing Nidoking, I don't see him bringing Shadow Ball. So I think Mismagius could be really nice here. Then we look at like if he's Scarfed, he might be able to do something with that. I have Icy Wind, which is really nice for lowering those nasty speeds. If he is Scarfed and he is timid, after an Icy Wind, I will outspeed him. I've got enough speed investment to do that, and then I can bop him with a Psychic. Similar kind of thing for Staraptor with Thunderbolt instead of Psychic. Shadow Ball is just nice stab to have. Mismagius is decently powerful even without investment. It can do chip damage, and that's what it's there for. You know, it can deal with the likes of Vileplume, Staraptor on the Switch. It can try and take out if I can predict it right. Hopefully it can deal with Magmortar if he's bringing the very popular Assault Vest set. Then it can deal with that. Nidoking, again, if it's not packing Shadow Ball, it can be dealt with if it's special. Physical Nidoking might be a bit more of an issue. I'll have to try and work around that with Sandslash if I can. So, that's the team. This is going to be a really tough game. Alex is a very good player. Good friend of mine. Last game, as I mentioned, was incredibly close. I'm really worried about his team. There are so many threats on there that are very difficult to handle. And I don't have the ridiculous walls I had last season to be able to deal with those kind of mons. So I have to rely on getting a little bit gimmicky, trying to be a bit clever with predictions, get a decent Volt turn game going, and keep hazards up on his side and off mine, and we might be able to do some work here. That's what I'm hoping. So, that's pretty much going to be it from this team builder. Yeah, that's going to be it. Sorry for the amount of cuts that have been happening in this video. As I say, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat with the illness that I've still got, which is kind of getting towards the end, but talking for a lengthy amount of time gets it going in the throat. It's really difficult, and I have like coughing fits and stuff. Difficult to deal with, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Lots of honey and lemon is the key. But yeah, I've sort of rambled on there long enough. Be sure to check out the links that are going to be in the description to the PPL Twitter and YouTube for all things PPL, all your news, transfer updates, everything you need to know is going to be in those links. Of course, links will also be in the description to Alex, aka Onesie Banette. Go and check him out, you'll be doing yourself a favour. He has fantastic content on his channel, very good friend of mine. You'll be able to see his side of this battle, his team building, all the rest of his other wonderful videos. Go and check him out, please. Do yourself that favour. You will not regret it. So that's going to be it from today. Tomorrow you will be able to see the battle, hopefully, if we can get it recorded. And yeah, you'll be able to see exactly how we managed to work with this team in the battle that will be coming up on the channel, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But that is going to be pretty much it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and I guess with that, I will see you next time. Laters.